God of War takes around the 25 hours to 35 hours to complete. We got an update on a possible year for the PlayStation Network name change and way more interesting info from the PlayStation Experience 2018. So let's unpack it all in this video. If you like that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Well, last year at PlayStation Experience, Sony had a big press conference showcasing The Last of Us Part 2, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy and more. This year they took a different approach. We saw new game announcements and trailers at Paris Games Week in October, and now during PlayStation Experience we got some small but interesting announcements like the return of Medieval on PS4 in the form of a remastered version. The Wipeout collection is coming to the PSVR, just like a The Lost Guardian VR demo, but again, nothing big. We did learn some more about upcoming PS4 exclusives, but before I want to talk about God of War, Days Gone and Ghost of Tsushima, I wanted to discuss one thing that has been an issue since the launch of the PlayStation Network. The fact that we can't change our PSN name. My name is fine, but I know that a ton of people made their name years ago and have a really bad run right now that they can't change. So during the 3-hour kind of show they did at PlayStation Experience, Sean Layden, the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment America, said to Greg Miller from Kinda Funny that was interviewing him, asking the question when could we finally change our names, that he hopes that he would not have to ask that question again next year, implying that we might see the name change function in 2018. You might know that Sony drops 2 big PS4 firmware updates per year, one in March and one most of the times in September or early October, so maybe we will see it around that time in one of those big updates. When we know more, I will of course let you know, because it's really a shame that we still can't do this. Sean Layden said that it's more difficult than it looks, but there is really no excuse at this point. Figure it out. Moving on to the exclusive games, one of the most anticipated game of 2018 for me is God of War, and after hearing what the game director Corley Barlog had to say, I got even more excited. So right now it's in the final stages of development. It should hit in early 2018. Still no date, more on that soon. So many game testers are playing the game right now, reporting bugs, etc. And Barlog let us know that the regular playtime is between the 25 and 35 hours. Way more than I anticipated. Also, the footage that you see right here that was shown during Paris Games Week is a side area, so just exploring off the beaten path. God of War was described as a tour bus with a linear story throughout the whole game, but along the way you can hop off this tour bus and explore the many areas if you want. We already know that the game has upgradable weapons and stuff like that, so it would be cool if the exploration was rewarding players as well with exclusive abilities or weapons. I really can't wait for this game, and the fact that it's so big makes me even more excited. Of course, I reported on the leaked release date for God of War, where the PlayStation Store suddenly listed March 22nd, 2018. It's weird that they did not talk about it. Maybe the delay of Far Cry 5 to the end of March, and now A Way Out coming at the end of March as well, that they want to space God of War out a little bit. On the other hand, you would think that Sony knows when their third-party partners are deploying games on their platform, so maybe God of War needs more time than anticipated. Right now, early 2018 is coming really close. I really think this March date is legit, but it's kinda worrying that they did not show the date at PSX. When we know more, I will let you know. Days Gone skipped Paris Games Week, but the president of Sony Worldwide Studios, Shuhei Yoshida, did share some info on the game that I think is super interesting. So, of course, this is an open world zombie game from the creators of Uncharted: The Golden Abyss on Vita and Resistance Retribution on the PSP. Well, now they're tackling an open world zombie action game that, as of now, is fully playable from beginning to end. They're now in the phase where they are polishing, bug fixing, so that shows you that the game is also in the final stages of development. And yes, Shuhei Yoshida said that we can expect a game in 2018. So that's great news. I heard rumblings at E3 2017 that the game was far from finished, so to hear it is in the final stage of development is really cool. I expect an August 2018 release date, that because Sony normally doesn't want to release their own exclusive games at the end of the year. So we have Detroit Become Human in spring 2018, then early 2018 God of War, and then Spider-Man somewhere in between that as well. To be fair, Spider-Man my most anticipated game, but sadly we did not hear any new info at the PlayStation Experience. So Shuhei Yoshida of course goes to all these exclusive studios and sees how the project is going and is playing them as well. and he said that he only did not play 2 of the upcoming exclusives, and those are The Last of Us Part 2 and Death Stranding, and it kinda shows you that these PlayStation exclusives are indeed the ones that we have to wait for the longest. 2019 at the earliest for The Last of Us Part 2, I think Death Stranding is probably 2020. A game that I see sooner than Death Stranding and that was just announced is Ghost of Tsushima, another open world single player game from Sony by Sucker Punch, the people known for the infamous series. And this open world samurai game is bigger than any other game Sucker Punch ever made. So a bigger open world game than infamous Second Son, for example. The action combat in particular should be really polished with a ton of awesome mechanics, and of course Sucker Punch is known for the great gameplay we saw in the infamous franchise, so I'm really looking forward to this one. I won't be surprised if this was the second game or the first one we saw at E3 2018 with a full gameplay reveal, because we kinda already saw this trailer that set the tone for the game, but now we are ready at E3 2018, so in June 2018 of course, for some hack and slash action. Open world samurai game? Yes please. What do you think of the news and of the show? Please let me know in the comments down below. I will keep you up to date on all the latest news regarding the big PS4 exclusives. So when we have more info, I will let you know. Subscribe to stay up to date on that. Check out my video on the God of War release date that was leaked if you haven't already, and why this could really be legit, why it makes sense as well, because it is on a Thursday, but still it makes sense. Like this video to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.